Hello, everybody. How are you doing? It's time for another vlog. Hey, have you ever lied on your resume? I guess this happens more than you think. This poor guy in England thought that his lie would never get caught because it's so obscure and probably wouldn't come up in his day-to-day business dealings. But on his resume, he said he had mastered the piano at the age of 15. And unfortunately for him, shortly after being hired, the big bosses said, "Hey, man, we've got this board of directors meeting. It would be fantastic if you could play piano at the meeting. It would be fun and it would impress the heck out of the board." And I'm sure they position it as, and you'll have a higher profile in the company because of it. Just by playing the piano. You can't lose. So he ends up saying that he has carpal tunnel syndrome and he gets out of it. That's how he got out of it. But come on. First of all, I don't even know if this story is true. I read it in the Daily Mirror. But he kind of wanted it to be true, right? Even if it's not true, you want it to be true. You know what it reminds me of? Is, as far as wanting things to be true, there was a guy, before the internet, there was some guy in the Midwest who came up with, he was a writer. He was a good writer. So he came up with the idea of taking out small ads in magazines and newspapers that appeal to men. And he created this persona of a woman and put in the ad that this woman wanted pen pals, that she was lonely and she lived out in the boonies and there was nobody around and she wanted pen pals. Well, these men from all over, this is, I think, in the 70s, from all over started sending letters to this quote-unquote woman. And this guy was such a good writer, he was able to write back to them in the voice of a woman. And over time, he had thousands of guys sending mail. You remember mail with stamps? Sending mail to this guy back and forth, and a lot of them developed a bond with a fictional character. And of course, over time, he starts extracting money from them, right? Oh, I need $10 for school supplies, or I'm collecting, or I'm saving money for college, or whatever BS he came up with. These guys started sending her, quote unquote, her money, and eventually the guy got busted. Now here's the kicker. Even at the guy's trial, even at the writer's trial, some of the men who had been attracted to this fictional woman character came to the trial to defend the writer. Their bond was so strong with the fictional character, they came to the guy's trial to help defend him, even after the guy had stolen hundreds, possibly thousands, and possibly tens of thousands of dollars from these poor guys. So they just wanted to believe that this character was so, their need for this character to be real, or their belief, or just the skill of this writer in creating such a strong character. you'd think that writers don't make money. This guy was making boku dollars. So, and likewise, I really doubt that this Daily Mirror story is true. I'll be honest with you. It just sounds like, if you got hired, why would they all of a sudden say, hey, man, can you play the piano at the board of directors meeting? It just doesn't. Does that happen? You know, thanks for joining us as Vice President of Engineering. By the way, can you play piano at the board of directors meeting? It just sounds bogus. But you want it to be true, don't you? Oh, my God. Hey, that's all I've got for now, folks. I'll talk to you next time on the next vlog.